If you have any coronavirus questions, you can call right now. Talk to Dr. MJ Collier. Get at us right now, 866-9-RICKY, 866-9-RICKEY. Dr. Collier, good morning.
Good morning, Rickey Smiley. We're here with your coronavirus update. We had 10.3 million cases now after adding 140,000 yesterday, but the death rate is now going up, Ricky. We're at basically 1,500 deaths yesterday as well. So, again, it's out there. Pfizer announced their vaccine. It stated that it was 90% effective. So
wait a minute. What does that mean, Dr. Collier? 90%?
Okay. Let's make that break. I'm so glad you asked that question.
Yes, sir.
They had 94 people that actually got COVID while in the trial. Out of the 44,000 people, 94 of them got the trial. Of those, 10% were people that were given active vaccine. They had gotten 2 doses and should have had immunity versus those who were given placebo. So that means that 90%, that's how that math is working out, and that sounds good. But understand this, the people in the trial are given the vaccine and just kind of placed out in the world. If they get exposed, they get exposed. If they don't, they don't. They're not exposing them to live virus. So 90% is pretty impressive, but it depends on whether they were following, mask guidelines and whether they had any exposures from other people, etc. So it's good that the efficacy rate is high, but 90% is really, really impressive and highly unusual for a vaccine other than the measles vaccine, which is 90% effective. So over time, it has proven to be. So hopefully this one will prove to be as well. But in the bottom of the news, you might not have heard this. Eli Lilly received emergency approval for an active antibody product. Now, this is similar to the one that President Trump got when he was diagnosed with the coronavirus, but he got a 3-antibody cocktail. The one that Eli Lilly has gotten approval for is called bamlanivimab. Bamlanivimab. I don't know how they come up with these names, but that's what it's called. It only has 1 antibody in it, but it's approved for people with mild cases, so people that are tested positive can get this. The issue is that it's an infusion. And the infusion takes about an hour. You get 700 milligrams of the infusion in an hour, which means you have to go to an infusion center. And the price is astronomical. And so whether it's going to be readily available for people and insurance companies will cover it, that will be the question. But that's instant treatment for an active infection versus the vaccine.
A lot of good damn information this morning, Dr. Collier. We got some phone calls lined up. Let's go to the phones real quick. Good morning.
I'm going back to work, and I want to know how to keep myself safe in the office.
Okay. Again, social distancing, which is very important, and most office environments are trying to follow those guidelines. But if you have an individual in the office that's being nosy with their mask, wearing their mask below their nose or under their chin, or not following the guidelines, bring it to the attention of somebody in management, because that person puts everybody at risk. And I've noticed that the behaviors are becoming a little more slack. Even though there are signs that say mask required to enter this business, there are people that work at that business that aren't wearing masks. So it's very important that you make sure that mask wearing is there. And, of course, social distancing, wear your mask, and washing your hands frequently. Do not forget that hand sanitizer in the work environment. Very important.
All right, you're on with Dr. Collier. Good morning.
Hey, this is Rashawn from Baltimore. And I wanted to know, could you get the coronavirus from having sex?
Yes, you can. No documented cases, but the coronavirus has been found in vaginal fluids and in semen, which means you could give it to her, Rashad, or she could give it to you technically, particularly if, other forms of creative sex are involved in the process, things we can't talk about on the radio. But the answer to the question is yes, if a person has been diagnosed and you need to stay, continue your social distancing and be like the lady in Pretty Woman. Don't kiss on the mouth.
Yeah, bro, call me, man. I'm going to show you how to put that plastic up and cut that. Never.
So the answer to the question is yes, you can get coronavirus from sex.
Hey, Dr. Collier, go ahead and do your disclaimer, man. I'm not going to play with you this morning, sir. We're trying to be professional today.
These are the opinions of Dr. MJ Collier, not those of the Rickey Smiley Morning Show or its radio affiliates. Please tune in tonight to my Facebook Live, 7 p.m. Go to Ask Dr. MJ, and go to my website, lifodrops.com, to find out about boosting your immune system and protecting yourself from the coronavirus.